All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. So we'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. You don't share before I go to bring you information wey be say dey for my table, because one information wey dey for my table here be say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering similar fate as President Tinubu's Nadeko days. Now one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal counsel they make this comment. But before I go come to the full detail of that particular information, make I show you wetin dey happen for the obodo. There has been the First Bank of Nigeria has uncovered a fraud that was carried against them by one of their employee, amounting to the tune of 40 billion naira. And this person, the person who carried out this fraud, is one of the managers in the bank in Lagos. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. But before I continue, I want to advise you, all my followers, shout out to each and every one of you. Without una, me no go day. As it be, please, in case somebody tell you, my friend, let me transfer money to you to transfer to somebody, so or something like that, or you tell the person to transfer to the person, my brother, don't agree, because by the time I will be reading the full detail of this information, you will find that the bank has decided to trace every single bank that this transaction went to, and they are going to find out, the reason for the transaction. And this is going to show you that the country, technology, somehow it's very hard for you to beat technology, or no matter how you cover some of these things in a system that is well organized, one day it is going to find you out. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. Fraud. First Bank employee Tijani Muse Adeyinka has been declared wanted for diverting 40 billion naira to 98 bank accounts. A First Bank employee identified as Tijani Muse Adeyinka is now on the run after diverting 40 billion at the bank head office team in Igamu, Lagos. He allegedly diverted those funds to 98 bank accounts classified as first beneficiaries, including his wife. The bank, with a market capitalization of 829 billion, reported the incident to the Nigerian police force on March 25, 2024, and obtained multiple court orders to freeze accounts connected to the stolen funds. As reported by Tech Cabal, Tijani Muse Adeyinka, the employee implicated in the scandal, held a managerial position in the electronic product team at First Bank headquarters in Igamu, Lagos. Adeyinka, now a fugitive, allegedly diverted approximately 40 billion, around 29 million United States dollars, over 2 years. He purportedly exploited his role to misappropriate funds by directing customer reversal requests to a merchant account under his control. His ability to finalize transactions without additional approvals allowed the scheme to go unnoticed. The fraud came to light following a customer complaint, prompting an internal review by the bank's control unit, which uncovered numerous suspicious transactions. In response, First Bank alerted the police and pursued legal measures to mitigate the financial loss. First Bank took proactive steps by obtaining 3 court orders between April 4th and April 8, 2024, to freeze hundreds of accounts suspected of receiving the diverted funds. Among the affected accounts were 98 classified as first beneficiaries, including one belonging to Adeyinka's wife, as well as numerous second-tier accounts. Court documents reveal that Adeyinka routed funds to his wife's account at Zenith Bank, which then disappeared the money across 34 additional accounts. These accounts subsequently channeled the fund to 1,190 other accounts, creating a complex network of transactions to obscure the origin of the stolen funds. In a statement to the Lagos State Commissioner of Police dated May 10, 2024, the bank affirmed its collaboration with law enforcement agencies to uncover the circumstances surrounding the fraud and apprehend all individuals involved. We hereby bring to your notice the discovery of fraudulent transactions into various transactions within and outside the bank and request your good office to set up the machinery of investigation in place to unravel the circumstances surrounding the said fraud and get the culprit apprehended to face the wrath of the law. My people, I don't see how it happen. This one happened for First Bank of Nigeria. I say First Bank. Una sorry you, una sorry you, una sorry you, una sorry you. When you are employing someone, please know the kind of person you are employing. I also try to investigate and know uh, if the person has criminal threats in him. Because if the person actually have criminal threats, I'm telling you that my brother, it's not going to be easy for you because look at what this guy did in First Bank. Had it been not for the complaint of one of the customers that led to the investigation, it could have been a seal and done deal for years. Meanwhile, let's go down to another information as Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Mazinani Kano's legal counsel, has related Kano's extraordinary rendition from Kenya and incarceration in the DSS custody to Tinubu's fate that he suffered with Nadeko. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. The most senior lawyer in Mazinani Kano's legal team, Barrister Nemeka Ejiofor, has said his client was suffering the same fate President Bola Tinubu, other Nadeko members suffered during military regime of General Sani Abacha, who incarcerated Chief Mashood K. Abiola, the winner of the presidential election during that period. He said whenever prominent persons try to tie up a political solution to affect the release of Kanu, some unidentified persons would commit serious havoc, and it blamed on the indigenous people of Biafra, which is led by him. Barrister Ejiofor, who stated this shortly after presenting a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation's office in Abuja, recalled that during the visit of some Southeast elder statesmen led by Chief Amechi Mbazulike, a First Republic minister, to then President Muhammadu Buhari, out of respect for Mbazulike, promised to consider the request. He said several days later, 2 soldiers from the southeast who were about to get married were captured by one unidentified people and brutally murdered, adding that they blamed IPOB for the incident. Likewise, the recent national tragedy where 5 soldiers were killed in Aba in Abia State just a few days after Ohanaeze President Chief Emmanuel Iwanyang vowed to see President Tinubu over Kanu's continued detention, he said. He called on President Tinubu to set up a team of retired senior security personnel to investigate the wanton killings in the southeast, stressing that during the Nadeko days, whenever a political solution is to be reached, Sergeant Roger and other members of the strike force would carry out bombing around the country, which will harden the mind of General Abacha not to release Abiola. Barrister Ejiofor disclosed further that the letter submitted to the Attorney General of the Federation showed the many judgments of Nigeria courts and international panels such as the African Union, African Commission of Human and People's Rights, as well as the United Nations Human Rights Council Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, all calling for Kanu's release. He said all the judgments were enclosed with the subtitle letter to assist the Attorney General reach a fair and just decision so that he can advocate for dispensing of justice with a human face so that the judgment on Nnamdi Kanu are enforced. When people like this don't see as it dey happen for this particular matter wey be say they drop for my table. No, 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 no. Barrister Ejiofor dey suggest say this thing wey dey happen all the time. Whenever they say that they want to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you will see one thing or the other happening. He is suggesting that maybe it could be some unscrupulous individuals who have decided to make sure that Kanu remains in the DSS detention. He also referred back to the day of MK Abiola, that whenever Abacha wants to release him, that one of the general will commit one thing in order to be able to keep Abiola back in prison. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you could be the first we'll collect. And thank you for listening. God bless you.